All right, I got brand new Ryobi tools. I can't wait to try them out. Is the battery going here or what? Let me try this one. The battery doesn't fit. Where does it go? Hey everybody, welcome to the video. This is Edgar Martinez. That little beginning intro part was just a funny joke, mostly because when it comes to Ryobi's hand tools, the funny joke is, where does the battery go? So yes, in fact, Ryobi does make hand tools, just like the hammer and the knife that you just saw. So I have them here. I haven't fully unboxed the knife and the hammer. I mean, it's a hammer. It has just this little plastic part right here. You know, the main thing is here is this brand new knife that came out recently. In the knife world, the main kind of characteristics of pocket knives like this is the blade steel. So unfortunately, Ryobi doesn't give us the exact specifications on the type of blade steel it's using. All it says is high carbon stainless steel blade. That's it. Now, for example, this is a Kershaw knife here. It's about $16 on Amazon. It's pretty budget friendly, and it uses 8CR13 MOV blade steel, which is pretty cheap Chinese steel, but I mean, it holds a nice edge decently for the price. Again, $16 on Amazon. It's a spring assisted knife, so very similar to this one. We'll get to test out the action between these two. So I like to carry knives on with me just as a utility tool. For example, I have this DeWalt knife, and I've also even carried this Milwaukee fastback knife as well. So the knife here itself is 20 bucks. It came out maybe a few weeks ago or at the beginning of November, somewhere along that lines. It's $20, and it's sold at Home Depot, and then also I've seen people talk about it. It's sold on the Direct Tools website, which is Ryobi's kind of like outlet store. They actually have physical stores and the online store, so I think it's a little cheaper there if you can find a store in your local area. But I got it from Home Depot, 20 bucks, and it sold out fairly quickly. So I don't know if they have this is a limited run item, because I know when I purchased it, it was on the website for a handful of days, and then it's quickly sold out. So we're gonna use my Kershaw knife to open this one, and I have a feeling this might be my new unboxing knife for future type of videos like this. But before we get to opening the knife, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you guys stay informed when I post new videos. That way you guys know when new tool updates, tool deals, and unboxings like this come out. So let's see if we can just open this up here. First barehanded. Of course, these things never work out the way you want. Okay, well, that's why we've got a knife here. So good work. Okay, so it has some weight to it, and just like a little instruction manual, and it has this little plastic blade guard here. So I'll move that to the side. So there's the knife, and it's all its glory. That's one side, and then there's the other side. So it has a nice, I like this, that has a nice lanyard loop there. If you like, some folks like to put like a little, some paracord for a lanyard there or whatnot. One thing I noticed right off the bat, unfortunately, you cannot change the pocket clip around. Technically this is a tip down carry. So I know, especially like with, for example, the Kershaw knife, you can change the pocket clip to either carry tip up, which this is in the current configuration, tip down, and you can even carry it on the other side. I'm assuming this is probably for like left-handed. But the Ryobi knife is only tip down and on the only one position for the pocket clip. So probably geared for right-handed people. Now there is a little blades lock switch here. So up is locked, and it locks the blade in place. And then when you switch it down, I don't know if it comes up, you can kind of see like a little red dot there. So that means, I guess, almost like a firearm, you know, when the safety's off, you see a little red dot, you can open it. Now, unlike some of the other knives that I have here, there's no finger flipper where you would see it typically on most knives here. There's a finger flipper here, there it's not. So it has thumb studs on both sides of the blade. And you use that to basically flick it open. And it is spring assisted there, so it's not quite as strong or as aggressive, I guess you could say, as a Kershaw knife, the speed safe system, but it has some nice give to it, or it has some nice I don't know what you call it, some nice bounce to it, whatever you want to call it, since it's a spring assisted. And then closing it, you'll feel the little bit of force because the spring wants to push it open. And once it's there, it's stopped. Let's see if we can just open it all the way here. Okay, pretty good action. I like it. And it is a liner lock knife. So you just press this little part to the side, the liner, and it closes. It is, I believe it's aluminum. Yeah, it's an aluminum body, or I think it's called scales. It's an aluminum scale. I just love the color. I mean, if you're a Ryobi fan, you're going to fall right in love with this. Even this little bolt, this little screw right here, the Ryobi green. All on the back side here on the spine is green. In where the lanyard loop is green. And then also inside here, inside the liner, it's also Ryobi green. So, and then of course you get the Ryobi logo on the pocket clip. And here on this side as well. All right, so I kind of wanted to compare what the Ryobi knife looks like and other knives in a similar price range. Kershaw I mentioned earlier, $16. This Milwaukee Fastback, which is more like a box cutter, not so much a pocket knife. This one I believe was like $9 or $10. The Ryobi was $20, and this DeWalt I believe is actually on sale right now for like around the holiday season. It's on sale for $14.99. You actually get this knife and a box cutter, like utility knife, for $15. So technically this is a better deal than the Ryobi, but I just kind of holding them together, they're pretty similar in size. Maybe the Ryobi's, let's see, I think the Ryobi's just a tad taller and a little bit wider. Got my Ryobi tape measure here. Let's see if I can get a decent measurement. So fully closed, the Ryobi is about 4.5 inches. DeWalt is about 4 3/8, roughly. So yeah, Ryobi is just a little bit longer. So we can quickly go over how they each open. So Ryobi is spring assisted. Thumb studs, just give it a little flick, and it's open. Kershaw finger flipper. This one you just push down. No need to like flick it open or anything like that. It's also spring assisted, so you just press it down, and it's open. Milwaukee Fastback. It has a really smooth action, so it actually has this little button that you press. And since this is not spring assisted, you actually have to flick your wrist. So press and hold, and it opens up pretty easy. DeWalt, not spring assisted, has a finger flipper or thumb studs. I like using the finger flipper and then just open it up, and there it is. In terms of blade sharpness, the nice thing about the Milwaukee is you can change the utility blades out in and out. So as they become dull, you put in a nice fresh blade, and it's good as new. So you obviously can't sharpen it. DeWalt, it's okay. It doesn't hold its edge all that great. I've tried sharpening. I'm not the greatest knife sharpener, so it's okay. Kershaw, I love how Kershaw's come pretty sharp out of the box. It's definitely very noticeably sharp. The Ryobi, on the other hand, is sharp because it is brand new, but I've had this Kershaw for about a month right now. Used it here and there, and I can tell that it's sharper than the Ryobi knife. Yeah, it's sharp. I mean, it's definitely sharp. I mean, I can see if I can shave some hairs. Not really. With the Kershaw, no, it's not shaving my hair either. Let's see. So would I recommend this Ryobi pocket knife to someone? Yes and no. If you're a Ryobi fan, definitely. You're going to love it. The Ryobi green is great. It's a nice looking knife. It's pretty big. I'm definitely going to have it, for future videos when I do unboxings and whatnot. Maybe just have it as a prop here on my little table as well. The weight of it feels nice. It's pretty comfortable. And, some people like the serrations. I'm not the biggest fan of serrated blades. I like all just normal, non-serrated blades. But, whatever. It's fine. It's still great. Definitely a collector's item. I don't know if this is a limited time thing because, again, Ryobi, or I should say Home Depot, has quickly sold out of this. So I don't think it's going to be a limited time deal. But, I mean, for the Ryobi fan, it's definitely a collector's item. So the cons for, maybe why I don't recommend it. For someone who likes EDC or into carrying a knife for their EDC, again mentioned earlier, you can't change the pocket clip around. It's tip down, carry only. Some people like carrying tip up. And also, it's not really deep pocket friendly. So unlike the Kershaw, where the clip sits up much higher on the body, this Ryobi one sits a little lower. So if we can switch over here real fast. So I'll demonstrate here. Hopefully that shows up. So when it's in my pocket, if my shirt isn't covering it, you know, you can definitely tell I'm carrying a knife. One, this bright silver pocket clip sticks out. It's pretty shiny. And then the Ryobi green little screw there, and then this part of the liner sticks out. So you can definitely tell I'm carrying a pocket knife. As opposed to a Kershaw, I mean, again, this is all black jeans, so maybe not a fair fight here. But what I'm trying to explain is that the pocket clip on a lot of other knives let you carry deep, so it's not as noticeable when it's in your pocket. Also, you got to be careful with the blade length. As I mentioned earlier, it's 3.5-inch blade. Double check your local state laws to see if it's legal to carry something like this as an EDC. So again, it's a pretty cool knife, guys. I really like it. So again, if you're a Ryobi fan, which probably most of you are watching these videos, I definitely recommend it. So I'm going to put the Home Depot link down in the description. Now, this, as of this recording, is currently sold out. So hopefully it comes back. If not, if you live by a Direct Tools store in your local area, they do carry it there. And it's a little cheaper than Home Depot as well. So hopefully you guys can find it. So we'll move over to the hammer real fast. Now that I have a cool little unboxing knife, I can quickly take these little zip ties off. There we go, there's one. There's that. So here's the knife. So now this one is, let me pull the specs up of it. It's a 22-ounce hammer. So I haven't seen much about this particular hammer. I know Ryobi makes, there's like a fiberglass one where it's a fiberglass body. And then I believe they make a 16 or 18-ounce metal hammer like this. But this is, as far as I know, the 22-ounce is Ryobi's biggest or heaviest hammer. Very similar to the tape measure. It has the rubber overmold grip here. Actually, I'm going to pull up, let's see here. I think this will be a better comparison. So very similar to, like, let's say this brushless drill here, the rubber grip around it here, you know, with the green. Very similar. It feels, I'm looking at the texturing up close. The texturing's a little, like, I guess, rougher on the drill itself, but it's pretty nice on the hammer. And being 22 ounce, I mean, it has some weight. You can definitely feel it. I like that on this hammer that it has this textured for it. Has this textured finish, so I know that definitely helps when you're hammering nails for the extra grip. It has a little nail holder right here, so you can, when you want to start something off, you can just, you know, punch it in and then really hammer it home. You know, your basic nail claw here. Sorry, real fast. I forgot to mention that this nail set is magnetic too, so it'll hold your nail in place when you're trying to put it in there. And then it has, according to the specs here, it has a angled face hammer head, so you can kind of tell there that the face of the hammer is angled. And then here there's a 90-degree nail puller or side nail puller, so you can pull it from, you know, you can pull nails this way, you know, when you usually kind of get underneath and pry it, or you can pull it with this 90-degree side one. The only other hammer I have here that's similar is this hammer from Estwing. Now this is an older hammer that my father gave to me. Pretty cool. I like the, you know, it's very similar, skinny design here. This one doesn't have a nail set, so you got to set the nail with your fingers and pray you don't smash them. So this one's pretty nice. Oh, and this one doesn't have the little grip, doesn't have this little dimpling here that this Ryobi hammer has. So I'm going to stand it flat on the table so you can see how much taller this hammer is. I don't know what the weight of this one is. This one's lighter. This was probably a 16 ounce, maybe a little heavier, and then compared to this one. And here's a close-up of the logo. This is a cool hammer, guys. So this is on the Home Depot website as well. I actually ordered this from Direct Tools because they had a Veterans Day sale, you know, back on Veterans Day. I believe it was 25% off the regular price, so I got this for like $14. And I was like, yeah, why not? I want more Ryobi stuff in the house. the Ryobi tools, it's great. So there you have it, guys. We're just talking about the Ryobi pocket knife and this new 22-ounce hammer. These are cool new tools that I really am going to enjoy using. Again, this is probably going to be my new unboxing knife. Probably EDC. I'll carry it here and there, see how I like it. And just a brand new hammer. I mean, again, if you love Ryobi tools, you're a fan, you're a collector, whatever, you're going to love these, and I definitely recommend picking these up. I really appreciate you guys checking out this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.